So everybody, I would just like to point off, first of all, that I am truly sorry for being so inactive for over 5 months. From the whole Before the Dawn series, from the whole community, I just felt as if prioritizing other things in life was much more important than simply recording every single time. But now that I feel more comfortable with doing so once more again, then I just thought that I want to reanimate the whole community that I had, the whole community that I had from Before the Dawn 2, which we do not need to speak about further, okay? That's just out of the question. And now we can primarily focus on the remake of the very first Before the Dawn, which is Survive the Night, as you would already know. Now, as most of you already know, that this is already a remake of the very first game, and you will be able to access the very first Before the Dawn, but it will automatically send you over to Survive the Night, which is this game that I'm playing right now. And of course, I've been active for it for pretty much the time that it got released, so I do have some expertise on it because I wouldn't just record the video straight away without having any knowledge about it. But the most important thing that I want to prioritize right now is making sure to let you guys know that I have returned, and I will be consistently uploading from now on, and will definitely not be taking such longer breaks like I did from Before the Dawn 2, because you both know that I wouldn't have been sufficient enough to record more videos of the game that ultimately, let's just face it, was a flop. But I was definitely filled with so many good memories of the first time the public test server opened and all of the things in regards to it. So down in the comments below, let me know all of the things, all of your memories that you had with Before the Dawn 2, specifically that game, because I remember the Nightfall rounds, the old school slashers, and genuinely the most important thing to me, the most reasonable and meaningful to me, is actually building my community there. And that's pretty much where my channel ramped up, from meeting all of you guys and seeing you guys respect me in the game, always greeting me, always saying welcome Sind or White Lamp MRZ. That's just a very special thing that meant to me, and I would like to thank all of you for that. And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, OG himself, not F79, and somebody else that I would like to commemorate for being here with me on my journey that I didn't want to expose too much about, but you know exactly who you are, MXC. And speaking of Redux, in order to play it, you will need to have obtained the badge before the game released, which is Survive the Night, and you would have to be level 25 for it. So if I'm being completely honest, because I am honest with you guys and I'll never lie to you, I didn't really plan out this video, but I just wanted to make it more of a video of me actually returning. So if you are confused about the things I'll be doing in this game, then it will be just a general survivor and or slasher killer gameplay, which I would like to point out that I will be doing gameplays and giving advice and tips on the different slashers, different classes that there are, and also to mention the hammer class. I will also be doing some videos about that later on today. I'm recording some more just to let you guys actually have it, and to have a little reminder of how you have to obtain it. You'd have to go to the campsite map, go to the second floor of the cabin, and there will be a rusty key. Now, I just want to make sure that if you do die, you will still keep it, and if you are the slasher, then you will still be able to keep it as well. And upon obtaining the key, after dying or not, if you survive or not, that's completely fine. Just make sure that you head over to the basement of the lobby, and there'll be a little chest, and beside it there'll be a little lamp. And if you're wondering what the class does for the hammer, it essentially places down these barriers, in which the slasher has to hit it 3 times to break each of the planks, which will ultimately delay the slasher. And it takes about 5 seconds, if I'm wrong or mistaken, to build up each plank. So if I was a slasher right now, I have to hit it 3 times, and of course you can walk through it as you desire, as a survivor. And then upon entering or leaving the basement, after grabbing the code that will be from the chest, you head upstairs to where the sheds are, outside, go from the left, and you should be able to open one of the garage doors. I would say the garage doors because I think they're the garage, but you know what I mean. Either if one of them does not work, then the other should, and if both of those do not work, then you have to repeat it all over again, the process of collecting the key, going to the basement, unlocking the chest, grabbing the code, going to the sheds, and getting the hammer class. Now we're currently with the 3 OGs from the very beginning. I'm going to give the props to Not, and of course Axe, which you guys may not know, but that's least important. And the whole team survives, lovely. We've got Not, we've got Axe, and the rest of the 3 people. Now, feel free to make fun of me for not being able to communicate as I was in my previous videos or before the Dawn 2, because as you know, I've taken a more than 5-month break, so I might not be able to speak to you guys as fluently as I was to in the other videos and participate with you too, and just general, just being able to speak with you guys. But as I said, this video was not planned, and it was more of a video to commemorate all of the people that were with me for the journey of Before the Dawn 2, and almost me pretty much returning to the game from now on. So I just want to make that clear. So all you need is just to give me some understanding that I may not be as, how can I say it, communicative to you guys as I was before. So I hope that's all okay. But all I need is for you guys to give me your forgiveness and your understanding that I myself have returned. Oh, and how convenient! Let me just quickly show you guys something. Now, I would just like to give props for this to Not, right over here, for telling me about this little secret. So if you do spawn upon the graveyard map that we are in right now, which some people did actually think that it was not going to come back, but here we are. We have a remake version of it. But unfortunately, there is no snow, so that's just a surprise. But besides that, examine it. And you would have received the badge for the little secret. Now that is in my year's Beau skin, I think it is called. And for that you receive, and now we're running. So as I've mentioned, if you examine that painting, you will receive the badge for the secret thing over there. And at the same time, you will also receive a skin for the ghillie suit. Which, if you're confused about what the ghillie skin is, it is called the Hon Hon, as you could hear from the sound effect upon examining it fully. And one thing I would like to point out in regards to the hammer class, get out of my shot, sir, in regards to the hammer class, is that I will be doing a video on it, as I've mentioned before, explaining it further into details and giving it as a little thing that you guys can use in a further video, which I'll be doing very, very soon. As I said, I'll be much more active from now on. Now, if you guys are curious about the things I have in my inventory, let me just quickly show you. I've got the antique camera skins. Of course, for the ghillie suit, you will get the skin for it. And here you have the Hon skin, which is pretty much the same as the ghillie suit, as you can see. Now for the perks, I'm not really that picky about it, as I would probably just use Legman or Elusive, which of course it wouldn't give us much of a speed boost compared to the Legman, but it would also has the reduced breathing range, so that's a benefit as well. And how peculiar is that? I have the Angel skin for a very, very meaningful cause and a reason which I did not need to specify. Well, let's do this. First time as a little slasher gameplay from a video that was supposed to be a little reminder that I am finally returned and I will finally be uploading more consistently. Now I always get this map just the benefit of the doubt for me because it's so much more closed up, and I always like to take this route around over to this door, because they're either going to be going through that main room onto that side or down that corridor over there. Now the approximate time that you're going to be able to use detect is 2 times in a round because of its cooldown. Okay. So that's one down. Cheeky. And I think one of the people is probably hiding in one of these rooms. Okay, what? I'm stuck. Yep. What a surprise, that's a big head. Oh, there's another one! Okay. Well, hello, sir. And this one is a bit jumpy, isn't he? And down you go as well. And another crate camper, as I like to call them. Got fixing perk. Thank you, buddy. And just to remind you of what it'll be like, this is the barricade, what it looks like, and I have to hit it 3 times before I can break it down. And of course, the attack range, or I should say the cooldown, usually takes about 3 to 4 seconds. And of course, you have not camping in the back of the map, as you always does, as I would know. thinking he's like, I'm guaranteed that he's going to be building some sort of barriers there and trying to piss me off. I just know it. But let's find out. Okay, he's coming to me. First time, you guys, if you guys remember me being an OG, then we would always play with each other on the Before the Dawn 2 game. And now that we're here on PTS, what am I saying, that Survive the Night, it's almost like a little memory being embedded for the first time seeing him here. But I think that concludes this round. First dev to you, not. And now because I was able to show the 4 things I have, for the slashers I've got all of these skins. Now of course the lady, she can easily counter and break down doors immediately, same with the lockers, so that's a very good counter for the hammer class. And of course that's just a normal chase rage for the standard murderer. We've got the Mr. F skin, stealth, and for the choke, which usually lasts around 4 to 5 seconds. I love this one for a very special cause as well. That's a ROBLOX skin, and this is the Myers View skin, correlating to the Survivor gear, which is the Hon Hon skin for the ghillie suit. And I've got to say that my favourite scream is definitely, which one is it? The Gamer Walk scream. And besides that, I would just like to say that I'm going to end the video here. And I would like to remind you that I will be uploading more consistently from now on, especially on this game. And I'd like to apologise if this video may not have been as informative as compared to the other ones I had of the Before the Dawn 2 game. But I can promise you that they are definitely going to be more helpful compared to this one. But as I said, this one was just a reminder that I will be uploading more. And just a little thank you video for you guys being such a friendly community to me and always welcoming me whenever I play Before the Dawn 2. So I'd like to remind you guys that as a little thank you, I'll be doing much more collaborations with you, much more information will be given and much more tips compared to the little games that I should say videos I posted on the second game. So thank you guys again, and I'd like to say that I will be uploading more constantly now. And yeah, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and leave down any comments down below of what you think of the game so far, and what do you think of my return as well. I love all of you lot, and make sure to leave a like, share, and know that I'll be uploading much more consistently now. I've said that at least 4 times, but that's just pretty much the whole message of this video. And thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.